Hey you guys, it's your girl T. So I want to come on here and tell you guys about a story that's once again coming from our first favorite state, Ratchet ass Florida. So what's going on now in Florida, you ask? What's going on is that we have this single mother. Her name is Candace Patterson, and basically what happened is that she received a collections notice from her church, okay? So she had been attending this church for the past 6 months, and they feel like she has not been paying her $50 a month in tithes, that she really hasn't really been financially supporting the church. So they sent her a bill for over $1,000. This whole situation is really damn ridiculous. I want you guys to go ahead and check out this news clip, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my
Members
comments.
of a Tampa church are telling us they are fed up because their church is sending them collection notices. And as ABC Action News reporter Cameron Polam tells us, they're venting that anger in a very public way on the church's Facebook page.
People was very friendly there, you know, and I really enjoyed being there.
Candace Patterson says finding the Greater Mount Moriah Primitive Baptist Church was a blessing. The single mother had been looking for a church closer to her new home, and 6 months in, things were going perfect. That is until this letter arrived at her home late last week.
To be a member in good standing and have the right to vote, adults are to contribute the minimum amount of $50 per month.
It was from the church saying she was delinquent in her financial support.
$50 per month. Now this shocked me because I haven't heard about the $50 per month. So where did you get this from? Then Mount Moriah Day is on there, $150.
The letter also says Patterson would be responsible for a church anniversary fee of $250, a total of $1,000 in required donations per year. Patterson says she was told the fees help pay off church debt.
What church charged you to, you know, help pay off what they're going through? I'm not there for that.
And many seem to be agreeing with Patterson, taking to the church's Facebook page to voice their concerns. A church administrator acknowledged the letter came from them. They also told us the pastor was unavailable. We still left several messages and have not heard back. In the meantime, Patterson is searching for a new church.
It's like you put me like, oh, if you want to be a member of this church, you need to pay this.
Or if you want to find God.
Yeah, if you want to find God. That don't say anything about that in the Bible.
And again, that was our Cameron Polam reporting. Patterson, meanwhile, says she has no plans to reach out to the church, and the pastor still has not responded to her.
All right, so you guys just check out this news clip, and I don't understand what the hell is going on with Florida and their churches. If you guys remember, I had talked about this a few months ago. Another church, they lost their tax-exempt status because they were literally running a booty-shaking nightclub in the church, and they were charging people to get in. This whole situation is ratchet as hell. Go ahead and check out this news clip, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Is it a youth ministry or a nightclub? That's what some Bay County residents are questioning about Spring Break Amnesia, the Tabernacle. It's running out of the Life Center Church. As News Channel 7's Cardi Hilliard tells us, some people have different takes on the Life Center's nighttime operation.
Would you go to a nightclub that was in a church?
Personally, I would say no.
A sign and ATM popped up outside the Life Center, a spiritual community in Panama City Beach. According to Sheriff Frank McKeithen, it's advertising a nightclub inside the church. Spring Break Amnesia, the Tabernacle. But Tabernacle promoters are saying something different. They wouldn't speak on camera, but reps told News Channel 7 the church by day is a youth ministry by night. But some people are not buying it.
I feel like it's an abomination. You know, how can this be a house of the Lord, but at the same time, participate in so much sin?
Others say they wouldn't go personally, but they support the church trying to raise money.
I think it's totally fine, to be honest. I mean, I'd be a little hesitant to go there in the first place just because it's in a church, but as long as they're trying to promote the general atmosphere of spring break in Panama City, I'm all for it.
Promoters said since nightlife now shuts down at 2 a.m., they want to provide a safe place for youth to sober up. But Bay County officials say that message and the website associated with the Tabernacle aren't matching up. The website, springbreakamnesia.com, shut down around 7 p.m. Monday. Before that, McKeithen described it as X-rated, saying sexually explicit shirts were for sale. In a post on his Facebook page Monday, McKeithen said, "This is supposedly a youth ministry, but we will let you decide." Despite the backlash on Facebook, this picture posted Sunday night on Instagram shows dozens of people lined up outside the door to get in. Other spring breakers say they're here to party, but this crosses a line.
It's not even about Christ, you know. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's not about the money. the popularity. It's about Christ.
In Panama City Beach, Carly Hilliard.
All right, so you guys just watched that news clip, and like I said, this whole situation is a mess, and this is why a lot of folks don't fool with the church. It's sad that religion is just really turning into a business nowadays. Now when you go into some churches, they have ATMs in the church. Whatever happened to coming to church, and if you feel the spirit, if you feel the need to give, then you gave. You know, I don't feel like anybody should be forced to give tithes just because they show up at church, and for them to send a collection notice to me is just ridiculous. You know, it makes no sense. The thing that I find really funny is that most churches are tax exempt. So my thing is, they're talking about that they're in debt and they need their, the parishioners to help out. Well, they didn't pay anything in taxes. So I don't understand how they're in debt and they're so behind. That's why I say that I feel like a lot of these churches, they need to be taxed. If they were taxed and people knew where the money was going, there wouldn't be so much fraud, there wouldn't be so much corruption, there wouldn't be so much foolishness going on in these churches, especially with a lot of these mega churches. A few months ago, we talked about the whole Creflo Dollar situation where he wanted $1 million, where this man literally wanted millions and millions of dollars. He wanted his parishioners to donate so that way he could get a new fighter jet. The whole situation is just crazy to me. If I was her, I would leave this church and find another church that's not going to send you collection notices just because you don't have the money to give them in tithes. And I just find the whole situation is really damn ridiculous. So anyways, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. How do you feel about these two stories that's once again coming from our first favorite state, Ratchet ass Florida? Do you feel like these churches are just doing too much? They had no business sending them collection notices? Or do you feel like, if you decide to start going to a church, you must and should pay tithes? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And then how do you feel about the church that was literally running a nightclub in their church to make extra money? Do you feel like that's ever okay to do that? Or do you feel like these churches nowadays are just doing too dang on much? Let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces.
Hey YouTube, it's your girl Lovely T, and you can show me some love by hitting that subscribe button, watching my previous videos, and following me on social media.